Good morning! I have just woken up. And I am ready to play some Limbus Company a day after my birthday. Yay. I did not stream yesterday because I had work. I did not stream the day before because I don't remember. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly do a check, I guess. G'day, Kuromi. Welcome to the stream. Is it not gonna show? Is your chat not gonna show up on either of my things? That's annoying. Let me try that. Yeah, that showed up. Why didn't your thing show up? However, what would I do to a nugget? Probably throw it into You Will Be Happy. Wait, okay, so I guess YouTube chat isn't working. So I guess I'll throw it over on my other monitor, so that way I can see it. And let's get back to 9.5, Twining Threads. I need to open my can of Sprite real quick. Never. I am never gonna do a face reveal. I am getting a VTuber model. Which should be ready in a week or two. Okay. Next one is this, Misery. Oh yeah, that's what happened last time. Okay, and that about wraps up the middle corridors. Let's go on a message. Yep. Thanks to you folks, we managed to cut the door cataloging workload by 80%. I really appreciate everyone going to the extra mile to check each and every door to made my life a whole lot easier. Damn. Well, I mean, unlike your company, we can come back from the dead. So we're automatically better. Also, we can probably survive witnessing whatever's behind the doors, but meh. It's all thanks to the manager's excellent strategy. Do you have Roblox? I did. I don't play Roblox though. Yeah. Strategizations. Next up, the Sums corridor, but we actually found a lot of intel lying around there, so we just need to check out some of the doors in its basement. Why the hell does it have a basement? Why does the corridor have a basement? This is the first time I've ever heard about a corridor having a basement. Although, the only intel I know about the corridors is fractured knowledge from Leviathan. And I think the corridor on Leviathan is a lot different than this one. Intel? The manager expresses interest in the aforementioned intel. That in the Sums corridor we came across a bundle of papers detailing the comings and goings of the Sums members and the orders they were carrying. Whoever wrote the logs has been diligently keeping them updated. The last entry was written not so long ago. While the contents of the notes weren't all that interesting, they helped us gain an idea of where each door in the corridor leads to. Well, to be fair, that would be really valuable information to this company. It'd be worth, I would say anywhere within the thousands to millions. Valencia's shitty scrap papers. She'd been keeping up with that useless shit this whole time, huh? Useless shit. Remnants of her desperate search for a thread to cling to. You found one of her backup ticket hoards. I've marked any door that needs work with a drone. There should be done 3 or 4 of them while you guys do that. I've got some leftover work to take care of over here, so I've been noticing this throughout our interactions. But whenever anything irrelevant to his work comes up, Alan seems to have a way of unhearing and maneuvering right past it as though he didn't even register what was said. Recalling our conversation with Thessara back at P Corp, the deeply uncurious indifference. Wait, sorry, my head's blanking at the second. Give me a bit. So I quite literally have just woken up. So my head's somewhat blank at the second. Okay. Recalling our conversation with Casera back at P Corp, the deeply uncurious indifference might just be one of the essential personality traits to go on as a corporate employee in the city. Yeah, probably the best idea. You get too curious and you can end up dead. Understood. We will explore the area past the marked door and return here. Thanks a ton. Well then. With Alan returning to where the other Wayfarer company employees were huddled around, we decided to follow the corridor to the left. Hey, there's something in there. More of a ring, maybe. The hell is this? Going by their silhouettes, they're unlikely to be members of the ring. Come on, lady, get out of my way so I can see. Oh, it's a detective. Some stubby guy, I don't know, that annoying airy dude. Sounds like Moses, Gregor, and Honglu, respectively. The trio oh, yo, Gregor! He's backing at him. Where's Pablo? I don't see Pablo. Where is he? The trio conversation grew clearer the closer I approached them. You okay, fella? You bumped your head earlier. Fine as a fiddle. It was just a minor fall. This is the 3rd time it's occurred. We ought to discuss this issue with the manager once this consultation is over. I think I'm seeing a bump on the side of Honglu's head. Anyway, you know what to do, right? If at any moment you see signs of. Don't worry, Gregor. You made it through the explanation and the footage both. You're going to be fine again, I believe in you. Look at you now. We're right where it happens, but your arm is stable, see? Puff. Ironically, fear tends to grow more unmitigated when it is distant and unseen. I understand what you might be worried about, but I don't see even the earliest pretense of it. So don't hesitate to share the unfiltered thoughts that arose while you were in here. So we went in the damn basement during the conto. That's neat to know. I know what I saw in the footage, but I'm still having a hard time believing it, or I don't know, maybe I'm just avoiding the truth when it's staring me right in the face. My case is nothing like Don Quixote's. She just needs to keep her shoes on, and it's all good and dandy for her, isn't it? Things don't work out this way for me. Whatever they're talking about seems hella deep, guys. You sure about eavesdropping on him like this? That geezer's always weirdly cagey about himself. Maybe now's our chance to learn more about him. He's sharing such an IS about himself for once. Why walk away? Insight. Don Quixote gave a nonsensical interpretation of Ryoshu's acronym as Kira rolls her eyes out of exacerbation. Between the bickering sinners and Kira, however, Oda stands in silence with an inscrutable look on her face. She is listening to the exchange between Moses and Gregor like a woman possessed. To be fair, this is useful intel for when she eventually betrays us. Okay, let's keep listening then. Otis was right. Otis was right, damn it. She was right all along. The war isn't over. It never was. And it can't ever be over as long as this fucking Joker's gift stays attached to my arm. How do I ban someone again? Overview. Ban. And I think their message might be stuck there. Let me... No, I might have to... Oh, no, message gone. There we go. Barbed words. Now, let's review a question you could answer while the footage was playing. Hopefully it became easier to answer now. You've been using the arm to fight just fine so far. How? I don't mind fighting hostiles or enemies. I'm not the kind of person who worries about people trying to kill me. But killing my comrades, that changes things, doesn't it? I can't even control it. There's nothing I can do to even brace for it. It's unstoppable, like some kind of time bomb counting down to unleash a disease. You never know when its symptoms will set off. Even Heathcliff, who was always the first to step up when people began to spiral into self-hatred, stood in conflicted silence, his lips drawing a hard straight line. Besides, Gregor wasn't wrong in that a present there wasn't any way to stop his transformation should it occur again. We've still got a good chunk of the journey left, and eventually we'll have to. No matter what lurks in the past of us sinners. Even if they have killed hundreds, thousands, no, tens of thousands of innocent people, will you still embrace them? We'll eventually have to confront an even darker, bleaker truth of the war. Can I really trust Gregor not to crumble under the inevitable pressure? I see you're afraid you'll end up hurting us. Well, that's at first I thought I couldn't give a hoot whether or not I accidentally murdered some of you. It's a bit saddening to hear that. You know how it is, Honglu. We, the bus team, didn't exactly get off to a rocking good start. But through our journey, I've begun to think of you all as my comrades, and I was okay with that because I had, wait, no, I thought I saw Pablo. Damn. Because I had too much faith in my own weakness. When I realized that I'd grown so weak that I couldn't even take down some backstreet sug with this arm, I was relieved. Imagine that, the same arm, my arm, a weapon that stabbed the heart out of countless people during the Smoke War. I'd be honest, when that Hoheim fella said I was an exception, the thought alone made me hope. Exception, a potential to be harmless, weaker than even a non-combatant like Isang. It made me hope for a life that didn't sound so bad. We all know how that went though, don't we? Blew up in the worst possible way. And after all that, I just couldn't bring myself to fight again, because I no longer knew when this fear would eat me up again, because I'm constantly afraid of this damn gift manifesting again. The same fear you've carried all this time. Damn, she has absolutely massive hips. And where is the teddy bear? Where is the teddy bear, Otis? How did you endure it before? Badly. Barely. Holding on to the idea that the living... that the living's gotta live on, and nothing else. This really brings me back years. The memories are so clear. That's it, like they all happened yesterday. Best you kick me off the bus before push comes to. That can't be the answer, Gregor. You can't walk away, but the danger of our journey won't leave with you. Dante and the rest of us will still be facing an endless repeat of peril. And it's not like leaving the bus will bring peace to your heart. Our deaths can be reversed should an accident occur, even if it comes to the cost of Dante's suffering. The same can't be said for most people in the city. Now that's something I never expected to hear from you. Yeah, I guess you're right. If we're seeing this through to any kind of end, this would be the place to do so. Not many places in the city have some warmth to them like this one does. Boy, this consultation thing's pretty embarrassing. Ah, damn, what the hell did I just breathe in? Okay, apparently something flew into my nose while I was breathing. Nice. I mean, it's not like I was forced to go through something as traumatizing as yours, Honglu. Truth be told, I'm not so special. I'm not some special case. Everyone who participated in the war must have gone through more or less the same experience. Yeah! Except the scientist wasn't their damn mother! I mean, that's an extra case of messed up. That cockroach arm was given to you by your mum. Miss Moses, Otis, and even Valencia, that piece of work. We can't attach a number to our misfortunes as if they're something to be measured. Many people do. Many people do, Honglo, and they use it over other people. When I fled from my past, I tried my hardest to avert my eyes from it, but you, Gregor, you're not like me. Every few steps, the distanced you from the past, you'd come to a pause, to a spare, a look towards the path you had walked. Damn, that eye is probably the most transparent it's ever been. It's probably reflecting the recording, so it's showing that the quality of their entertainment has very, very much gone down. Wonder how the elders are doing right now. They're on their 100th game of tic-tac-toe, or if they've killed each other yet. Honestly, can't care less if they live or die. It'd be interesting to hear what happened to them. Or at least how they kicked it. When I fled... Wait. All those years I let slip by, all those that slipped you by are dotted with spasms of suffering that are both ineffable and beyond measure. And that reminds me of Good Omen, ineffable. 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 Yeah. Crowley. Different experiences, different pain. Still, if there's one thing common to everyone, it's the trauma leaving after effects that linger for a long time. Wait, I just realised, both of these two were on two different sides. He was fighting against her. Most likely, he killed many of her friends and allies. So why hasn't she killed him yet? What's yours? I dislike loud noises and people who talk too much. They sound too much like the cacophony of the war, like screaming comrades who resent me, even as they lay dying, and the wounds they left in my heart bled me dry. But I thought you were fond of Miss Ezra, Miss Moses. I've talked too much. That aside, haven't you heard your fill? Might as well come out for the corner you're hiding in. Ah man, they knew we've been dropping Eve this whole time. I was actually waiting for just the right time to come out and say a few words, but I couldn't find an appropriate moment to. Ah well, I would have had to share this with Manager, Bud, or the rest of the fellas sooner or later, so I don't really mind, but... What's she doing here? TA. Temporary ally. No, temporary accompaniment. 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 What the? Okay, I need to whip out Google real quick. Damn. How do I do this? Google. So what is it? Accompaniment. Damn. That should not have been so hard for me to say. Anyway, no temporary accompaniment. Don't be an asshole. I'm working my ass off to help you guys. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You're right on time. I've been working on a theory, but I don't have all the clues to be absolutely certain. A word from someone in the know may immensely improve the confidence in the theory. Kira, do you know which door the Sum's Nerf father was most attached to? No, duh. Duh, that's supposed to be obvious? Didn't you guys all see her? You think I'd just chat up a scary lady like that? Dude, she was beating the ever-loving shit out of Lucio every time I saw them together. Oh yeah, he went down fighting you guys to the end, huh? Sigh. Yeah, said stuff about her generosity and all that, and fought till he died. Damn, that's unexpected. Being real for a second here, I thought he was totally gonna swap sides. Really? That lad? And why is that? You know, the vibes. You guys don't know, because you haven't seen him long without the scary lady along looming over him. What's up? Gonna stab her right in the spine? Hello, Kiwi and Apple. Welcome to the stream. You! Look, I think you might be training wrong, because, like, you're not improving as much as you should from all the grind. Let me show you what I learned about sword swinging from this comic book. That is not my master has instructed me. Okay. The textbook cannot be permitted to have even a single deviation if it means to repay the debt it owes her. Yeah, it has been a little bit. I just realised that it's not picking up. I've got to turn up audio a tiny bit. And there we go. Where are you so obsessed with all that crap anyway? You don't even like the old lady. But you're not so different from me in that regard, are you? What the heck are you talking about? I love Papa. Seriously, I thought things were gonna crash and burn before Yoshard even came home. Heh, the post-textbook and I had that in common. If this one doesn't know, let me redirect the question towards you, Senori. Hopefully this touches upon one of your more intact memories. Do you know which of these doors the Summoner's father showed particular attachment to? or the door she used most often? Why ask me? Fine, yes, I do remember. Don't even need Clock's help to piece it back together. It's that one. The door with the metal pieces dangling from it. Oh shit. I almost died out there. Son of a bitch. Fly. Where did those cheeky fuckers even drag those gross pests from? Mum, are you okay? Do I look okay to you, Ticket? No, not really. I'm fine. You know I don't break easily. You should have been there to see me tear the heads off those G-Corp vermin, Ticket. Oh, g'day, Toaster Guy. Hopefully you find the stream you're looking for. But, Mum, your leg's bleeding a lot. Here comes another mission. Boy, they really can't do shit without me. Ha. So much for a break. The fuck is this? But bandages for you? Is this kid serious? You've got truckloads of expensive treatments on the ready to patch me up the moment I get back to the okay, well, okay, never mind that. Hey, this works. Sit tight and don't start any trouble. I'll teach you some sword techniques once I'm back. Must have been her years in the smoke war. Yeah, fighting in the war took a lot out of her and left her perpetually exhausted. Wait, how the hell long did Lobotomy Corp last? It must have been a really short collapse. Oh, wait, damn it, But she marched every battle with a smile, stopped drinking, stopped beating me too. Like a blissful idiot who forgot that she was still neck deep in the inescapable pit called the House of Spiders. Well, the ironic piece didn't last. Sometime after the war ended, someone she called the consigliere of the Sum visited the House of Spiders as a tutor. And that's when she went right back to drinking herself in a shitty-faced stupor day after day. The beatings returned, and so did the edge in her profanities. It was pathetic. Hold on, why though? Sure, I was on the losing side. But wasn't Valencia on the winning side, a war hero at that? Either heard of the regulation that prevents smoke war participants from moving into I-Corp and K-Corp nests? The common thread between these post-war rules is that they make their lives of veterans difficult, dubious rules that don't discriminate between winners and losers. I see, there must have been things going on behind the scenes there too. But doesn't that mean that backdoor dropped us into a trench they dug during the war? Yes, and Greg will be the one to open it. Wait, me? Yes, others can do it for you, but what would be the point? You sure this won't just end up giving him more nightmares? I don't see how this helped him in any way. We do not have any means to treat whatever it is that slumbers within his arm. However, I would surmise that the underlying cause of this sudden transformation wasn't the arm itself. Then what? It's trauma. His arm took control after his psyche was crushed by the weight of the unspeakable memories coming back to haunt him. It's not because the arm went berserk that he started reliving his painful past. It's the other way around, isn't that so? If you can come to understand that the war is really over, and that what others say, no matter how closely they echo the past, it's not necessarily aimed at you, then you may be able to loosen your grip on the fear and anxiety that your arm could metamorphise at any moment. While her suggestion may seem blunt, it is one of the basic treatments principles of M-Corp psychotherapy centers. Fine then. Guess I'll open it up. Gregor walked up to the door, grabbed its handles and paused, taking slow deep breaths. And with one arm he gently opened the door. Why are you running? You should be taking the lead on the front lines with our G-Corp banner held high. I don't want to die. Shh. Grade 8 fixer Yuri. It's nice to have a place to go back to. Oh right, happy 15th birthday. But you can't possibly have the cheek to call me cruel. You G-Corp pests were far more messed up than I ever was, ripping people apart, cannibalizing them. You were nothing but a swarm of fucked up monsters. I thought I'd woken up from the dream, but I was still. There we go. 40. Memories. Are we gonna have to fight him again? Let's see. Enter. Alright, fixed party member. Oh no, we do have him. So you. So I can either get an extra 20% or bring in House of Spiders Index Father. Honestly, Ring Honglu isn't that bad. Yeah, Ring Honglu isn't that bad. And Ryoshu, you.
이럴 것 같아서 대기 타고 있었지.
부르면
기쁘게 나서죠.
You.
떨림. 다시
You. There we go.
서두르지 말고 느긋하고 여유롭게.
It's an office building. This place. Oh, it's just a boring old office. I was kinda ready to be shook, thinking we were about to walk into a war zone or something. You recognize this place? Of course I do. My last job before Limbus Company. And my desk was over there. Here's a tip, fellas. When you're working in an office like this, always get a corner desk facing the wall if you can help it. Lets you hide from the boss man. I may take that advice. Out of sight, out of mind, you know. You can do whatever you want that way. Work, chill, or even freak out in terror at the slightest sound of metal clinking. Nobody will catch you. Nobody will think you're a bother to other people. Gregor grins, a bitter, mocking smile directed at himself. The only downside of this desk arrangement being people walk up behind me to get my attention. Higher-ups just had to holler, "Hey, vet hire," and I'd scuttle right up to them, but others can't do that. So whenever people walk up to me from behind, I'd get afraid that I might cause an incident. Vet hire must have been about the post-war veteran special employment. Right, but I couldn't possibly complain. Wouldn't have gotten that job without it, you know? Not everyone was lucky enough to be considered for that. I was better off than most. Gregor? Head manager Ted? Gregor whipped around, his hand instinctively leaping to his other arm. There was an unfamiliar man in a clean suit standing behind us. It really is you, Gregor. And I see some new faces with you. Oh wait, you folks must have been the account that the guys on the other team asked us to leave the meeting room open for. Land a new job, huh? I see you've got a new employee card right there. Well, so how have you been doing? Me, same old, well enough. It's not like I've got anywhere else to go, right? Haha. I'm not surprised you found new work so soon. You were always a dependable guy. Is the pay good? How's life, man? Oh, yeah, you were gonna sell that, commemorative coin, some kind of medal, right? Hope you got paid good money for that. Look at me asking how's life. to a fellow citizen. Can't imagine anybody would have anything good to say to that, huh? Moving on, hope no one's hounding you with that higher shit over there. No, not at all. There's none of that here. That's good to hear, man. Glad you don't have to deal with that dang jackass of an exec VP messing with you like he was a war veteran himself. You know how many years I had to hear the geezer bragging about how he profited for the war, pulling himself up by his bootstraps, about how in every pill is an opportunity waiting to be found, blah blah blah. I'm preaching to the choir, aren't I? That guy, is he still taking his sauna breaks during work hours? What do you think? His seat's missing his ass every day. Oh, and get this, remember how he used to call you special employment fellas and Nepo Force? A few days ago, his name showed up in the HR report. Guess what it said? Turns out he was lining his pockets with kickbacks when we were choosing the fixer office for a partnership project. There's about to be a vacancy in the office real soon. Really? Isn't he, you know, an actual Nepo? Thought he's the president's family. Yeah, man, it's that bad. It's what anyone ever talks about by the water cooler. If there's anything I learned here, it's the people obsessed with back in my day are all kinda like him. They hate how their glory days are behind them, kinda like a distraction from how pathetic they are now. And hey, a backstreets kid like myself don't have glory days. I look back on and yearn for right. I look back and it's all doom and gloom, you know. If you ever hit rock bottom, you always know the only way left is to go up. You said something like that before, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's my own brand of bullshit philosophy. Oh boy, look at me running my mouth in front of our customers. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, don't worry about it. That's a pretty unique prosthetic you've got there. No worries, but it seems that you were on your way to submit those proposals. Gee golly, I'm late. Thanks you for snapping me out of it. I'm gonna get one heck of a scolding. Anyway, Gregor, hit me up sometime, yeah? Let's go out and catch up over a drink or something. Sure, if I get the chance. The man who seemed like Gregor's former co-worker hurried away, but he didn't forget to wave us a good-natured goodbye. I can see a little bit of him in the way you talk, Gregor. Come on, I don't sound as old as he does, do I? Moses, who had been quietly observing as Gregor and his former co-workers chatted, exhausted, a light stream of smoke and slowly began to speak. Many of us who return from the war seem to suffer from a certain misconception. When we are told to remember, it does not mean we are bidden to live throughout the nightmares of the past over and over again. We are not being cursed to relive the pain and suffering. Both Ezra and I we are both still trying to be free of that misconception we inflicted on ourselves. It's not like I remember because I want to. Well, if you can't bring yourself to forget them, might as well include in your memories the fact that the war has indeed ended. Fine. You're not wrong there. Gregor stared at his right arm for a while, quietly contemplating. Manager bud. Can't say I can give you any reassurance, but just going on with my life seems to be the best answer for now. I want to ask if you're okay with that, though. I'll manage. But it's you who's going to have to deal with the aftermath. Gregor would always say the same to those suffering from the cruelty inherent in living. Still live on. Just live on. Yet, even as his lips spoke those words, his eyes would take on a desperate and unfocused look, shaded beneath despair. That's all. Honestly, that's probably all you can really do. No matter what, you always just have to live on. No matter what hardship and everything, that's all you can do. You either live on or you don't. There isn't really another option. Also, I love how that guy's just freaking out in the corner there. Wonder how far the stock prices dropped in order for him to do there. Who knows, maybe they're gonna put a guard near the window so he doesn't off himself. You know what? Probably best I don't turn that into a clip. Today's the gloomy grey seems to give way to just a hint of blue skies beyond. This may be no more than a single ray of sun peering through the dark clouds that have long suffocated the sky. It would probably take much more than this for the shadow to be fully lifted, but don't you worry, it'll be fine. It's a big step forward for him to have addressed even a little bit of that persistent anxiety from his past. When we emerged from the door, we saw Otis facing away from us, her weapon drawn. Wait, I don't think she even followed us through the door. Hey, were you here the entire time? Yes, I was hauled by that Alan figure that someone has to stay behind and watch the door during these operations. Still I stayed and... Oh, what? Where the hell did he come from? Man, it's those assholes again. Weird, the corridor's not a place for those newbies to be roaming around on their own. As you can see, a few uninvited guests have decided to visit us through a different door. I looked past Otis just in time to see more Furverists pour into the corridor through a different back door. They must have been trying to find a way to get to the ring Nurse Father's corridor. Well, we can't just let them through, can we? Kill them all. Or, hear me out, interrogate one to figure out where all the damn entrances are. Would be very useful, wouldn't it?
나도 그들도 모두 빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
Do-do-do. Do-do. 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 Damn, imagine he lost by one. Damn it! You're a maestro. You should do better. Or I assume you were at one point a maestro. Bro, seriously? I suppose that one of the augments available in the city. Raring gaze. Huh. There we go. Come on, Kira. Damn it. Supposed to do better. $24. Did it? Did it? Bang, bang. Blunt force trauma. Crawling along the floor, stricken with fear and terror. People are damn it. Favored, dominating, unopposed, favored, favored. Did it, did it.
감상은 어떤가요?
I wonder what Kira thinks having a damn mirror world version of herself fighting next to her. Oh damn it, only two? Only an extra? I've had times when I got when I got 4 extra points from that attack. That's bloody unlucky. Good job, Gregor.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을
Unopposed,
죽이고
unopposed.
싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도 처음부터
Defensive.
거리를 하지 말았어야지.
Favored. There we go. Got a lot of staggered. Ten. There we go. Light him up, Gregor. He's not doing as much damage as I wish he was, but it's decent. He's winning the clashes at least. Could be a hell of a lot worse.
예술적이네요.
이미 우리는 손에 많은 피를 묻혔잖아. 몇명 밀어난다고 달라지는 건 없어.
We're dominating. Damn, 2 skull bashers and 1? Hell yeah. Gang-chun. Probably shouldn't say words I don't know the meaning of. Salvation for the enchanted.
잘 보이는 거.
Get synced.
날짜가 누구인지.
Finally, we're actually dealing damage. And then Ryoshu's coming in with a serious skull bash.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네.
Yeah, there's no way he's living through that. It's funny, the Ishmael's ID actually seems similar strength to her.
너희도 세피라들도
I'm just gonna click win rate,
거리를 하지
감상은
말았어야지.
because they're so close to winning anyway.
날 지켜보라고.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리.
훌륭한 단말만 해요.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
Victory, as if it was either a option for failure.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
Oh yeah, I'll be streaming Guilty Gear Strive tomorrow. Because I got it for my birthday.
전부가 아니라든가 중요한 것은 눈에
I
보이지
got an
않는다든가
extra 6.
뭐 그런
Wait, no.
좋은 의도인
First time and an extra 16, I guess.
누구에게도 보이지 않을 나만의 한 방을 날려주고 싶었을
Basement.
뿐이지.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. No, I do not. Actually, someone might have one as a support. I can grab one of my friends. It's Otis. Nope, not one of the people on my friends list. Wait, what do people on my friends list have as their supports? It's been a long time since I've looked, simply because I haven't really needed supports. Which is weird to say. Oh. No. 40. Yep. You know what? Clear.
전시 준비의 소재가
You know what, I'll grab her even though she's level.
파시아도.
Even though she's not proper level.
작전 시작이군. 그러니까
자, 풀들
옳지. 이럴 것 같아서.
부름이라면
There we go.
기쁘게 나서죠.
이번에도
Begin.
지령의 뜻은 본인과 같군.
Once we dealt with the Furtherists who invaded some nurse fathers destroyed corridor, we left for the Index and ran into a few familiar faces waiting for us at our destination. Oh damn it, I just got a message. And ran into a few familiar faces waiting for us at our destination. Don't you guys have today off? Yeah, but I thought I might as well come along. 12 to 5. Sorry about that. I am back. Oh, but I thought I might as well come along. Yeah, well, thought I might as well come along. It's, you know, you keep summoning us while we're in the middle of something, so I decided that it might actually be more convenient for us to be with you in person. Your summoning occurred at the most unideal moment. Man was probably on the toilet taking a crap and just got summoned. Now I know you weren't doing it on purpose, but all 3 times you summoned me, I was leaning over snacks topped with bunch of whipped cream. Today I learned that blacking out and waking up to a me-shaped indent in a cake I was about to chow down don't make for a very relaxing break. Sorry about that. I should have checked in with you guys before summoning, but I'm still getting used to it. Okay, now you're being too sorry. No hard feelings here, you know. I'm tagging along because I need some exercise, that's all. I appreciate the additional employee assignment. Now, if you could share any information about yet another corridor. I hung out here all the time, so I know this place a little. There was a super clingy, annoying little... No, that wasn't the mask dude. There was this other, Is there something you don't remember? She got erased. Oh right, Kira probably doesn't remember Sora. Sora? I don't think that name rings any bells for us either. Is that someone who used to live here? Yeah, well, Sora was the Index Apprentice, so she probably lived here. For Sue, the Index Apprentice, who, pray tell, wherefore is it that the middle and the thumb and the ring each have apprentices, yet the index and pinky lack them? It would indeed be quite odd if a mere 3 or 5 fingers kept an apprentice each. Retract, I might my recognitions, yet I find it like following a trail of odorless air, invisible and unreal. No, there was someone, but I can't. The representations of the Pinky and the Index Apprentice are missing. No, to be more precisely, a merciless blade has shredded and reduced them to insignificant formlessness. How refreshing to hear that the same impression from someone else rather than myself for once. As if it seemed that I was the only one who remembered the 2 apprentices, I retract back to our first meeting and briefly shared what I knew about Sora. She doesn't sound like a very forgettable character. Well, that's Arashiki cut her into ribbons. That would explain why it feels as though I'm recalling a sequence of events with a critical part missing in between. I can almost imagine her giggle to herself like a creepy loser, and she probably wear glasses too, right? Like one of those gloomy introverts from anime. She's not wrong! I see, so that's why it feels like I'm tearing through each strand of a weave. Ryoshu? Let's say the world's made of strings, or threads, clock. With every slash, this blade would be cutting through the flow of strands that twine to compose one's existence. Then an object is severed forever, beyond repair. You'd think neither trace nor shape would be left of it. But now that you've pieced some of it together, it's almost... Instead of elaborating further, Ryoshu fell silent again, save for the sound of the tip of her cigarette turning to ash, like she was recalling another incomplete memory. I guess she's trying to avoid over-speculating on what she doesn't know for sure. Damn, that totally breaks the meta. I have a vague idea of how it works, but this is the first time I've heard the deets. Papa had to go through 4 ramp up stages and remove seals to like even make full use of his sword. Honestly, yours needs a trade-off. Your sword totally power creeps Papa's. T.O. There's plenty already. So true. Guess slicing your memories away is one hell of a trade-off, sorry. Okay, so I'm guessing you don't have anything to contribute for this corridor. I've got one. I don't know where it leads, but the index guy used it all the time. Hopefully it doesn't drop us in an army of the index. TPU. They rarely gather in big groups. She said that's pretty unlikely. Oh, what was that for, Ryoshu? Wait, did you just hit me with that sword handle? I didn't do anything. But I saw it. I saw Ryoshu's scabbard Arai suddenly jerk to the side, prodding Sinclair like it was annoyed by something. I won't STS, I'll snap your little... until you can barely walk. I swear, this isn't a slander or whatever. Look, you poked me so hard it left a mark on my arm here. Well, I don't want to read too much into it, but the scabbard was rattling like it was irritated by something. Stop interpreting for her. This is why she won't stop making up these nonsense acronyms. He's making it worse. I gotta stop him before translating for her. Well, Araya? Wait, that voice just now, it sounds a lot like Araya's. Dante, you saw that too, right? Ryoshu didn't do anything. Wait, really? It really wasn't her? Nope. Heh, then it's decided. To be fair to Sinclair, no one else but I saw in full detail how the scabbard came to be. Which means that he couldn't imagine in his wildest dreams that the scabbard poked him of its own volition. It doesn't seem like any of the sinners heard the voice either. Damn, you guys bully him a lot, huh? Well, that lad's been long overdue for a little smack upside his noggin. We should head inside, let's not keep Alan waiting. Kira directed us towards an almost disturbingly normal wooden door, so featureless that I could have mistaken it for any of the dozens of doors we've walked past in other nests. We were greeted by a whiff of stale, musty air the moment we walked through the door. I think this leads into a basement, and emerged to where appears to be an almost dungeon-like basement area. Wherever the masked unk's beeper rang, he'd walk through this door. So where are they? The index? Signs of life. There were people living down here up until just a few hours ago. Why are you here, paper slips? We were only executing the prescript. I've had it with these prescripts, though at least yours don't make annoying beeps. The basement was stocked up with shelf-stable and non-perishable food. And the ceiling were all completely empty save for that look... I'm gonna quickly make sure my phone's plugged in. There we go. Save what looked like a makeshift bathroom in each of them. It looks like this dungeon was used to imprison individuals of varying features that may be required to complete a prescript. Seriously? A prescript farm? Neat. This room seems to have been used for something worse than simple incarceration. Among Faust's conjectures is that the captives were conditioned in body and mind for various ways to match the prescript's liking. Sounds like that guy was just as creepy as the rest of them. Wait, the staircase right there leads up. Let's check out what's... Frickin' annoying, man, the heck are you doing? You cannot enter through this door. Oh, I see another grief body blocking the doorway. Move, I need to see something. The will of the prescripts forbids you. You cannot enter through this door. What do we do? This is worth forcing our way in there. They seem pretty adamant about not letting us in. I'd prefer if we stayed as far as possible from anything that has to do with the gods. I mean prescripts, but nothing in this basement gives me any indication as to where the door connects to. Otis is right, we're going to have to go upstairs somehow if we're going to get any idea where this door leads. If Rain's been using this basement then, I'd like to see what's upstairs. Honestly, learning that this door connects to some basement is more than enough intel to cross it off the list. Still, if this has something to do with Ryoshi's memories. Alright then, let's push through. Executive. Executing your command, Executive Manager. The will of the prescripts is absolute. Is it though? Well, it kind of is, because the damn prescripts plot you to fail. Every time you fail, it was already pre-prescribed.
내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야.
And they're all going after
나도
damn
그들도
assault.
빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
Who are you targeting? Mersault. Too bad, you're hitting him. There we go.
좀 찍었네.
Good job.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
이제 한 쌍의 상황골과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는
Honestly,
TDI
this
멜로디가
Honglu's making this bone sword look actually pretty neat. Who knows, maybe I'd even get my body turned into a sword. Damn it, Honglu. I mean, no, you know what, never mind.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야.
Karma,
나도 그들도
prescript paper slip.
빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
Skullbash, wait, who's the prescribed victim this time? Okay, it's you. That's all hopeless.
소바주.
으타! 더 먹어치워라!
아이씨, 짜증나게.
And Result cleared it. Hell yeah.
너희 보조
Prescript
사사들은 나와
chasing
다를 바 없을 거야.
proselyte for the index.
그 사람의 계획에 한껏 이용당하고 결국 버려진 신세잖아. 나는 살고 싶어. 너희도 마찬가지일 테고.
Yep,
그러니
definitely paying
협력해줬으면
attention to what you're saying.
단 하나의 책을 찾을
Yep.
수 있도록.
Definitely.
영감이 떠올랐어.
One off. That's bullshit.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
파우스트? 신체파의 예술을
Right.
보여줄
Okay, I don't
시간이다.
know what that was. Can you guys lock in? Seriously. Do Do I have to bring out the hay shows or something?
보여드려야겠군요.
Oh,
왜냐면
Faust is
예술이
locking in.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 저 손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지.
So that's neutral apparently. Hopeless. Hopeless. There. Raven.
점 찍었네.
Finally! Thank you, Honglu. Finally locked in.
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
이 구속구가
Straight jacket isn't nearly enough to hold my violence back.
턱없이 모자르지.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
가만히 있어.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
예술적이네요.
그렇게만 해.
It took forever to deal with them. At least these guys have zero sanity. There we go. Okay.
필사제. 가자.
Hasn't even used fascia yet as a weapon. Oh, mass attack, hell yeah.
그럼
Did he kill them all?
별로 재미없네.
Nope, he got them
저희
live.
영감은 인간을 다른 인간을 많이 죽이는 건 진리도록 봤어. 지금은 인간이
all
아닌
that matters.
것이 인간을 죽인 건가?
완성되었네.
그래도 똑같아. 그건 더
Only one
많이
left.
배웠거든.
Hell yeah. Let's just click win rate.
대가리
파우스트.
딱 떼고
신체 파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
Duration of the request. I don't know what that attack says, but meh.
저희 뼈로 틀어 잡고 저희 살로 채우는
It won,
외면의
so that's all that matters. Now, Honglu. And now Mersault.
더 야성적인 깊이로.
Hell yeah.
다음엔
이번에도 잘해줬어.
당신을 소재로 써보고
유익한
싶습니다.
책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게
What's up? What's up there? You may speak to me casually, Araya, but in the presence of other apprentices, perhaps you should find it preferable to mimic the tone of the Dihu star. Thank you for the hearts and stuff. I've got. I don't really know what those are. Or the 100%. Thank you. Come on, it's not like I want it to be the DU star. Just let me do whatever I want while I'm here. Certainly, you have a point. So what's there up the stairs? I'm not sure myself. I've never been upstairs. Aren't you even a little curious? Why bother peeling back the heavens to see what is beyond? Yeah. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome to the stream. Those wanting of yearning needn't raise their heads skyward. Yes. Yeah. I do. Somewhat, yeah. Am I seeing Araya's memories? Clock, what did you say? I'm not sure, but... Now we've got another reason to check out what's upstairs. Okay, so how many points did we get this time for the event? Man, that dude has some long ears.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는
180.
마에스트로가 되기 위해
Decent amount.
인정받은 세 가지 작품을 뜻하죠.
We are halfway to getting
비록
the next
지금 제
result.
작품이 만인의 신금을 울리지는 못하더라도 여전히 반지에
And we've got to
부럽지
fight
않은
two kinds of
작품에
proxies,
선보이고 있는
support.
것 같네요.
Let me check something. Where is you? That's 40. Let's try you this time. Clear all.
전시 준비 소지.
떨림.
dude,
내 작품 또 보고 싶었나 봐.
dude,
자, 해골 바가지랑
도착전
네.
시작이군.
오케이.
네.
이럴 것 같아서
부름이라면
dude,
문을
dude,
열자.
dude.
당신이 이 숲의 괴수로군.
Here we are.
의도는 모르겠지만
And
이걸로
it's another one of these
공평해졌네.
battles already. But honestly, I don't mind. Favored. Favored. Struggling, favored. Neutral, favored. Unopposed. Hopeless. Struggling. Should be good. There we go. One off again. You've got to be kidding me, Honglu. Lock in. Damn it. Good job, Ishmael. Damn it, not in any extra. Although it'd probably help if I learnt as conditional.
공들여 적어둔 매뉴얼이 쓰레기로 전락하는 데엔 고작 1분밖에 걸리지 않네.
바이올렛 브레이크.
I'm gonna swap my earphones because my ears starting to hurt.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야. 나도 그들도 빛의 눈이
Damn
멀어버렸거든.
it, you're in the way. Yeah, that's high scoring power. Favored. Dominating. Favored. Favored. Unopposed. Neutral. Which one was that? That one. Favored. Hell yeah.
점 찍었네.
It's actually going decent. What do you mean?
짜증나게.
My sinners won't lock in.
물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에. 하! 자! 야! 헷! 임파스터.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해.
Yeah, I've got a new prescript.
저 손님이라고
Neat.
예외는 아니겠지.
Favored. Favored. Hopeless. Dominating. Favored. Favored. There we go.
해고 감흥도 증폭.
아이씨, 짜증나게. 왜? 좀 긁혔어?
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플
Can we
거라고
unlock her next
생각했거든.
phase yet? No.
으타! 더 먹어 치워라.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
많이 남았어.
그렇게만 해.
이 정도쯤은
Come on. Come on, Ishmael. Fishmael, come on. Yes.
임파스터.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
There we go.
감상은 어떤가요?
아이씨, 짜증나게.
There we go, 18. You're dead.
내가 알아서 처리한다. 보여드려야겠군요.
And Faust has been unlocked.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
Dominating,
사람을 죽이고
dominating,
싶지
dominating,
않았다면
dominating, dominating.
너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Dominating, dominating, dominating. Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless. Oh no, you sword sack then. Neutral, unopposed, neutral. Neutral. Dominating. Dominating.
대가리 딱 떼도.
How can an ego be struggling?
별로 재미없네.
저희 영감
Damn.
인간이 다른 인간을 많이 죽이는 건
They didn't survive long enough in order to actually
아,
to install
지금은
something.
인간이 아닌 것이 인간을 죽인 건가?
이 전투는
그래도 똑같아.
Battle conclude with
그건
victory.
더 많이 벌었거든.
There we go. There we go. Hell yeah.
앞을 밝히지.
The bird boy has done it.
것이 잘 보이도록.
여기까지 와서
Damn, they
망설일
really
생각은
don't want
하지
us going
않았으면
up there.
좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도
Dominating.
처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Favored, favored, dominating. 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 And just to make sure that he's dead.
점 찍었네. 신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다.
저의 뼈로 틈을 잡고 저의 살로 채워놓은 외면의 예술. 아이씨, 짜증나게.
Yep, one hit. Hell yeah.
이거 공각 맞지? 야! 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램! 내
He's
죄는
dead.
내가 알아서 처리한다.
이제야
Dead?
완성되었나?
여기까지
Going
와서
well.
망설일 생각은 하지
Last three,
않았어.
hell yeah.
상관없지.
David?
사람을 죽이고 싶지
David?
않았다면 너희도
Dominating.
세피라도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Dominating. Well, let's just send all of them on there.
해고 감도 증폭.
Collect that and give it to Fascio. Okay, yeah, I think it's dependent on how many different sects it has. Yeah. There we go. Only one guy left. Damage him.
어디에서도 볼 수
지금처럼
없을
적들을
생-
Beat him up.
끌다 보면 앞으로 더 많은 층을 개방하고 더 많은 보조. 이번에도 잘해줬어.
Here we go.
유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
Kind of let down when they were body blocking the door, like there was some big secret behind it. Right, looks just like any other average family home. Oh man, I get cleaning up's a chore, but peeps should at least dust their home once in a while. The thick layer of dust covered every surface, and the blotchy wallpaper made it clear that no one's been living here for a good while. Whichever family lived here must have had a child. Look, there are drawings and dolls too. Though it seems like the place has been abandoned for quite a long time. Could something bad have happened in here? Yeah, something must have happened in here that caused the family to flee, and they never got to return. Yeah, lots of evidence suggests that. The open door, the single shoe just lying around. So someone fled from home for some reason, never to return. I don't know, it's kinda hard to narrow down the cause. It really could have been anything. Are you searching for something in particular, Ryoshu? Yes, but it doesn't seem to be here. Every frame Frodo is singled beyond recognition. Singed beyond recognition, and whatever documents there were have been torn to shreds. Kinda like my memories. So this wasn't where he escaped to, huh? The Index Nurse Father Rain, the last time we saw him, he fled the house via the corridor after suffering a severe wound at Ryoshu's hand. If by some miracle he survived, there's a chance he'd come after Ryoshu again, but something about our last encounter led me to believe that it was the last time Ryoshu would ever see him. This is... Do you recognize this drawing? I found myself hoping to see Ryoshu piece together another memory. She'd been recalling new details all day whenever something caught her attention. Sadly, she responded by softly shaking her head. No, I don't. Anyway, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the stream here. Thank you all for coming.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는
Unfortunately,
마에스트로가 되기
something
위해
has
인정받은
occurred,
세
which
가지
means I have to
덕분까지.
jump off of the stream.
지금 제
And we're
작품이
so
만인의 심금을
close at
울리지는
that.
못하더라도
781.
여전히 반지에 부끄럽지 않은
We are
작품을
definitely going to be able to beat this 100% next stream. We'll be able to beat it. I wonder. Yeah, we could get all of them. But I need him. I need ring further student result. Wait, let me check something.
예술가로 살아가는
Let me check something. Company, friends. Company. Company. Who has the damn ID that I'm looking into? You have to have it? No, you don't. Nope. I just want to see if she's a student. No, she's a docent. I have no idea what a docent is, but okay. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I've been clutchskelly, and I hope to see you all for tomorrow's stream, which will be another Limbus Company 1. I am not streaming another game till we beat this. Yay! When we eventually beat this, I will stream Guilty Gear though. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I've been clutchskelly, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.